welcome back. Today's video is going to be a fun one. We are doing products I changed my mind about. And something that I was using today kind of brought this video to mind, and I was like, let me film that because I have quite a few products that I came to mind off the bat of products that I used to love or products that I used to hate that I feel like I like now. So this is kind of a fun play on that. I believe I've seen a few other creators do this style of video, so when I find them, I'll link them down below for you guys if you want to watch more of those style of videos, but let's go ahead and get started. If you are curious on this makeup look right here, it is a look that I just did using the ColourPop Sandstone collection, so I'll have that video linked down below. It's a full review on the collection. So the first product that I was using today that actually spared the idea to do this video is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This is a product that I've used quite a few times over the years, and I feel like I never really got the hype with it until now. I've been using it recently, the last couple weeks or so, and I've just been obsessed with it. I'm like, why didn't I ever love this brow gel? It just keeps your brows locked into place literally all day. They are glued into place. I feel like it gives them texture when you can kind of work them up, and it just works so well. And I kind of just thought it was one of those products that was a little bit overpriced, and I have others that I like, but honestly I feel like once I've been using this, I don't want to reach for any of my other ones. This is where it's at when it comes to brow gels. I really like this one. I'm gonna kind of scatter in a few products that I used to love that now I don't feel like are worth the money. So that one is going to be the Benefit Roller Lash. Now I still think that this is an okay mascara, but do I think it's life-changing? Not really. I used to love this one, recommend it all the time. When anyone asked me my favorite mascara, this is the one I would talk about. But I recently picked it up again to use it, and I'm like, what did I love so much about this? Because I really think over time, our preferences change, or what we expect out of a product can change as well. And I just think for me with this one, I found so many other mascaras that I love so much more than this one that when I use it, I'm kind of really underwhelmed. So for me, this is just a product that I fell out of love with. I'm like, I don't really feel like I need it. I have this mini here. I don't even have a full size in my collection anymore just because I don't feel like I love it. It's still a good mascara, and I still think you couldn't go wrong with using it. It's just not an absolute favorite for me. I feel like there's so many other ones that I just adore so much more now. And I have another mascara that I'm actually about to talk to with is the opposite of that, and that is the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. And this is one that I actually wrote off when I first started using it. I didn't love it, and I feel like it just didn't do anything for me. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this one. It's kind of wet. I just don't really like it. But the more I've used this one, the more I began to really enjoy it. And I think sometimes with mascaras, something that you have to kind of try is to let them wear a few times before you kind of write them off. Because for me with this one, I feel like I wore it quite a few times. I thought I wore it enough to know my opinion on it, but now I reach back for it again. I was like, oh, I should use that up, just use it on my lower lash line or something. Lower lashes, and I started using it again, and I'm like, okay, wait, I really like this on my actual lashes. I've been using it a bunch lately. It does such a good job at giving you more lashes, making it seem like your lashes are more fuller. It gives really good length. It's super black. It doesn't clump or chump or anything like that on me. It just looks so natural and nice, and my lashes just look beautiful. I just love this, and I've been reaching for it a bunch, and it was one that I wrote off and I decided I didn't like. And then I have lashes for you guys, and these are ones that I also said I didn't love. I even remember putting them in a video that was products everyone else loves that I hate, and I mentioned these lashes because I just didn't like them. And I think, again, this is kind of something that changes over the years too. It's something that you can learn to appreciate products more when I feel like you learned how to use them correctly. And I have another product I'm going to talk about with that too, but for me, I think that this was just me being newer to lashes. I think this is one of the first pair of lashes I purchased that were high-end, is the Huda Beauty lashes. And I just remember they were so uncomfortable on. They were really hard to apply. I feel like I just couldn't get them right. But now that I've been wearing lashes for years at this point, I feel like these are some of my favorite to reach for. I love the band on them. I feel like they're comfortable, which is funny because that used to be my con with them, is they were uncomfortable. I think they're easy to apply. Before I didn't. So it kind of just, you never know. Maybe reach for a product or try out a product that you thought you might not like. You might actually love it now that you know how to apply it correctly, and that's what these lashes were for me. The pair I'm holding up right now is Samantha. These are some of my favorites out of all the Huda Beauty lashes, but I have quite a lot of them in my collection now. Okay, another product that I just didn't really get on hype with was the Moroccan Oil. This is their treatment oil, and honestly, when I got this, I tried it a few times, and I was like, I don't really understand. I have very oily hair naturally. I was like, I don't need to be putting more oil in it. But what I realized is that this is just so nice for your hair at helping with your split ends, with kind of smoothing your hair out and really just helping the all over health of your hair when it comes to oils. And that's something that I feel like I've also realized with other products too. Like if you have oily skin, that doesn't mean you can't use a hydrating primer. Like there's just certain things that I feel like you think that you shouldn't use, but you can. And this is one of those products. I love this. It's something I use every single time I wash my hair. I use it almost on my hair daily, just on my ends, just to give them a little something extra. I smooth it through my hair. It makes my hair shiny. It makes it smooth. I just really love this hair treatment. This is just a little mini. I have a full size as well, but I really recommend using this if you are someone who wants a little more shine in your hair or you deal with like split ends and stuff. I swear this has made such a difference in my hair, and it is a product that I wrote off. I wrote off oils in general, but especially this. I tried it a few times and I was like, I don't get it. Like this is kind of pricey, but honestly, it's made all the difference in my hair. Okay, the next product I have for you is actually one that is a category of products, and that is cleansing balms. I tell you what, I have been through a journey with cleansing balms. When I very first started using these, I would use them and I felt like there was such a residue like left on my skin. I didn't like it. I was like, I don't know how people use these and my skin doesn't feel clean afterwards. And then I realized like, hey, you're supposed to double cleanse. That's the point of these. So for me, using these just alone, definitely not something that I want to use because I don't feel like it gets all the makeup off. My skin does feel a little bit slippery afterwards. If you go in with a second cleanser, then you get all of the makeup gone, and these are the best way to dissolve your makeup, to remove your makeup. So cleansing balms in general, I feel like I've came a long way with because before I just wrote them off, like didn't love them. And now they're some of my favorite ways to remove my makeup. This one I have here is from Pharmacy. This is their Green Clean one. This is the cherry scent, but their regular one I absolutely love as well. There's one from Derma E that I really like, the Huda Beauty one. There's so many different cleansing balms that I really enjoy now, and I do make them a regular part of my routine, but that was something that I definitely wrote off in the beginning. I was like, I don't love these, like my skin just feels slippery, like I just didn't know how to properly use them. So it's kind of like a trial and error thing, but cleansing balms, definitely something I love. And then I have one more thing I'm going to mention, and that is from Beauty Blender. And these are kind of like a product that I still use and I still like. It's just something that I feel like isn't the end all be all when it comes to sponges. And I used to feel that way. Like I can remember telling people like, no, there's nothing like the Beauty Blender. Like it's so good at, you know, buffing in your foundation, like everything. I just like recommended these so much. I purchased so many of them, and now I'm like, but why though? Because there's so many other sponges I feel like that do such a better job at your makeup application. I just think for me, there's softer sponges, there's like larger sponges, like no offense if you love these, and honestly I did for so long, but I feel like with my drugstore sponges, I can get the same application, if not better, than the Beauty Blender at like a fraction of the cost. Like my e.l.f. one I really love, that one's $5. Real Techniques I've actually loved. And that one is, I should have put that in here because that's another product I changed my mind about, was the Real Techniques sponge. But there's just so many other affordable options I feel like right now. The one from Shop Miss A, that's $1, is amazing. So I just think that the Beauty Blender for me just it isn't one that I feel like is necessary in my collection personally. But after that, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, seeing some products that I used to love that now I hate, or products that I used to hate that now I love. I hope you found this video entertaining in some way. Comment down below any products that you have changed your mind about. I'm super curious. And again, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.